Why would you spend years, possibly decades, in your basement creating a new technology, the blockchain technology, and then just give it for free to the world? And right, that makes no sense.
It does sound a little
It
ridiculous.
sounds kind of ridiculous, right? So then you have to ask yourself 3 questions. First of all, is who would have the technology and the expertise to create something like the blockchain? Second of all, you have to ask who would benefit from this blockchain creation? And the third question you want to ask is why would they keep it secret? Okay, and when you do game theory analysis, you look at all possibilities. You end up with the deep state, the American deep state. You end up with the CIA. Okay, so the first question: who would have the expertise and the technology to create the blockchain? Probably the same people who created the internet. Probably the same people who created GPS, DARPA, NSA, CIA. Probably these guys, right? If they create the internet, blockchain, it's just more of an enclosed model of the internet, right? Where the internet is open, but the blockchain is actually closed up to certain members, but everything is transparent within the blockchain, right? So that's the first question. Second question is, who would benefit from blockchain? Well, the CIA, because of 2 things. One is surveillance, where they're able to monitor everything, right? It's almost like a Trojan horse if you were to use blockchain. Second is like the CIA, it does a lot of black ops. It is a government within a government, right? It is basically outside of all political control, but it needs a mechanism to finance its operations. It basically needs a money laundering operation, and blockchain is a great mechanism to finance a lot of its operations, especially drug trafficking. Third question is, why would they keep it secret? And the answer is, only if people believe that this was transparent, open, and beyond authority, beyond political control, does it have value, right? So the moment people recognize that this is a CIA operation, people won't put their money into blockchain. People won't put their money into Bitcoin. They'll be like, I mean, why would I do that? You have to ask yourself this question: where are the blockchain servers located? Because I imagine if you're able to control the hardware, you can also control the software. I don't care what they tell me about open source and all that. I want to know where the databases are, where the servers are physically. I'll tell something else, okay? Mark Zuckerberg had this conflict with the
Winklevoss twins. Yeah.
The Winklevoss twins, okay? And so the Winklevoss twins sued Mark Zuckerberg, claiming that Zuckerberg stole the idea for Facebook from them. Okay, and this went to court, and there was a settlement. I forget the amount. Okay,